Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Boomer Bites podcast. I am Augie Anderson, your host, and we're all about boomers and including Gen Xers because they're right on the cusp of where our younger ones are. So we're all about living our best life. And today's topic is the real estate industry has turned upside down, and this is why. The real estate way of doing things has completely changed because the National Association of Realtors are still in a lawsuit that is not completely settled. And everything has now changed with the compensation and communication of compensation to realtors. Okay. They're realtors, the way it's structured is the realtor is a member of a board, a local board of realtors. They are a member of the Florida Association of Realtors here. And in most other states, there is a state level. And then the National Association of Realtors governs the whole shebangy. They have the code of ethics. I mean, everything is done through the National Association of Realtors, also known as NAR. That's what I'll be referring to it as, NAR. They have mandated all these new rules and regulations and authorizations because of this lawsuit. And I'm telling you, it's got everything in upset and mayhem. Brace yourself, because it's going to be a you know what storm, because who knows when that lawsuit will be settled. I can't even, I'm going to show this to you. I can't understand most of this. I cannot remember it because it's so convoluted, and it's already changed. I mean, from the time they started introducing it to July till now, this all became effective August 17th, 2024. This keeps already changing. There's already amended this and amended that. So I'm going to read to you what this is, so you can be clearly aware, and hopefully it'll make some sense to you. The National Association of Realtors, NAR, changed its rules for MLS listings as a part of a settlement agreement to resolve antitrust lawsuits. So here's what's all about. Prohibiting commissions. Listing brokers are no longer allowed to offer commissions to buyer agents on the multiple listing services. Written agreements. Real estate agents must obtain written agreements before taking buyers on a home tours or showing them property. Compensation. NAR clarified that compensation amounts must be objectively ascertainable and not open-ended, whatever that means. And agents and buyers can decide on a set amount, a percentage, or an hourly rate. Sellers. Sellers will no longer automatically cover the cost of agent fees for buyers. And compensation is not, I repeat, is not permitted in the MLS. Let me just kind of go over that real quickly. In the MLS, prior to this, there was a section that said, here is what the co-broke commission is. So in my situation, when I was a realtor, I'm no longer a realtor, by the way, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. I always did a 5.5% commission. I did 3% on my side, and my watch, sorry about that. And I gave a 2.5% co-broke to the selling agent. Now I took a little more because I really do a lot when I am listing a property. I go way beyond what most people are accustomed to in getting a home ready for sale and getting to the marketplace. I have a much better situation. And I have in my regular Sunflower Ventures videos lots of information of how I explain what it is that I do. So back to that. But I did offer compensation. Well, they're saying now, when you're a realtor, no more. You're not allowed to put it in agent remarks. You're not allowed to say anything about any specific compensation in the MLS, which is the major communication of property all across the United States. This is in Florida. This is the entire nation. Okay, this is the entire nation. So now back to this. Okay, here's a little bit more to digest. Uh, there are multiple agreements now that need to be presented to buyers and sellers. There's an amended buyer broker agreement. There's amended showing agent agreement. There's an amended retainer agreement. There's a modification to the buyer broker agreement and release of amended listings and several other forms. One of those forms will address what you do with listings and buyer agreements that got into effect August 15th that do not yet have the required language for settlement compliance. So they don't even have this all figured out yet. And then there is a compensation agreement, and it says this agreement memorializes any agreement between broker. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Okay, that is mumbo jumbo to me. So here is this here, okay? This is a showing agreement. So anyone that wants to see property must sign a showing agreement if they're going in to have an agent help them look at property. It's nutso but bananas. I'm telling you, it is insanity. It's pure insanity. So here's the deal. It was last year, I decided I'm quitting. I'm quitting the Board of Realtors, which disconnected me from the Board of Realtors. It disconnected me from the Florida Association of Realtors. It disconnected me from the National Association of Realtors. Now, I didn't know what this was all coming down the pike. I knew there was a lawsuit. I didn't really even know what the lawsuit truly was about, but I certainly did not know all this that would unfold in my favor because it really does. So here's the thing. Fortunately for me, I quit the Board of Realtors in just the nick of time. I'm an independent broker. I have a real estate company called Sunflowers Realty. Now, I do not have to adhere to the National Association of Realtors rules and regulations, with the exception of when I am assisting a for sale by owner, also referred to as a FSBO. If they're going in the MLS, I have to adhere to those rules of what's stated in the MLS. And there are ways to state in agent remarks about compensation, because I have a totally different method that I think is much more effective, and I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do as long as I'm following the guidelines of the Florida Real Estate Commission statutes. This is my 30th year being a real estate broker. I've been doing this for a very, very long time. So here's the thing. Getting back to that, if you have a big old house, oh my God, you're a boomer, you're a Gen Xer, and you're going, the kids are gone, they're grown up, this house is too much, it's costing too much, the maintenance is too much, we're going to sell this house. Well, these rules will apply to you with selling your house. You will not be able to offer a specific compensation to a buyer broker agent. And you go, oh, I'm going to get a nice, smaller home, less maintenance, maybe in a community that's got amenities, whatever you're looking for, but regardless, you will then be subjected to all the forms and authorizations to view property. And it's not like, well, this realtor doesn't have to do it. All realtors in the United States are subject to these rules and regulations of the National Association of Realtors. That's a given. So, buying or selling, you will be impacted in some way. So, in my program, um, I refer to myself as a FISBO advisor, and what I'm doing is the same thing I did, honestly, as a realtor, with the exception of I charge less money. I don't have a commission, and that was before this. I don't do a commission. I have a set fee, and it's much lower. It saves sellers thousands and thousands of dollars. And I can help anybody in the state of Florida. It doesn't matter where you live because I can assist you. I have a very thorough method. It is for sale by owner. This now has, I'm telling you, it's like a gift. The National Association of Realtors, they gave me a gift when they did this because that's my program. And I'll tell you, it's been a little tough getting this new concept out there because guess what? No one else is doing this. There are for sale by owner websites. They don't give you the advisement, the counsel, they don't negotiate for you, the whole bang. So in my situation, not only am I advising you, but I'm really doing the methods. I'm putting it in the MLS for you. We're doing a strong strategy. The objective is to get your home sold for the best price, terms, and conditions. That's the way it's always been. And buyers agents honestly have true value because I have been primarily a listing agent my entire career, practically the bulk of it. So I relied on buyers agents to help. I mean, to me, they were like my clients too. They're helping me sell a property that's on the market for sale. They're like invaluable. But now the way this works is if you're a buyer, it will be up to you. If the seller does not want to offer compensation, it's up to you to collect compensation, or for the realtor to collect compensation from the buyer. It's a whole new playing field, and it ain't pretty. It's confusing. Um, it's just really not. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed for my friends. I have a lot of friends that still are realtors, and I feel for them because this is going to be a nightmare for a while. Who knows when the NAR settlement will be completed, finalized, and all these rules and regulations are going to be constantly shifting and changing and rearranging and new verbiage and blah, blah, blah. I mean, oh my God, it's like enough to give you a headache. And I really I don't, I don't see a good outcome with this. I see a lot of people, they're going to drop out of real estate. It's going to be too hard. It's going to be too complicated. And I just think everyone, it hurts the buyers and the sellers the most, really, at the end of the day. It really does. It's hard already, and they've just made it 10 times, 100 times harder. So I'm going to do my best to keep up with everything that's going on and report when I can what's going on. So just keep in mind, if you're buying or selling property in Florida, there will be a lot more rigmarole, authorizations. It's all changed. It's all changed, and you may feel some frustration from these changes. It's just natural to do that, right? So this is what I have to tell you. I again am thrilled that I get to be an independent broker. I get to do it the way I want to do it. I do not have to do anything that they say other than, again, the MLS. So if you need some help and you live in Florida, or you even have any questions, I have I have a very strong resource network. And even if you want to use a regular realtor, I am not pushing this of me. I'm just saying I'm available at another level. But I really, truly, I want to help people that are struggling with these new regulations, new authorizations. It's complicated, and it's only going to get, I think, more difficult, more challenging as things progress, because they're going to go, oops, we didn't think about this. Oops, we didn't do that. All the contracts are being changed. All the list, everything is going through change. Everything. So that wraps it up for this episode. The next episode is going to be health and wellness. Actually, it's the theme for the month, health and wellness, because let's face it, if we don't have our health and we don't have well-being, I don't know how you would possibly be living your best life. And that's what we're all about. So thanks for tuning in to the Boomer Bites podcast. Um, my aim is to support, help, and inspire baby boomers and Gen Xers to live their best life.